financial problems, elder law, tax problems, business matters, divorce, personal injury, bankruptcy, your life, your reality. Life is complicated. There is the law and there is reality. Welcome to Law and Reality, sponsored by Thav Gross. Now here's your host, Ken Gross.
Welcome to this segment of Law and Reality. Today's topic is, how much can you afford to lose? Pat Simasko from Simasko Law, how are you?
Good morning. That's a great question.
Jeffrey Kirshner.
Nice to see you. I don't like to lose anything.
Brian Small.
It's going to be a really short show here today because the answer is nothing.
Say nothing.
Nothing.
And
Can't afford to lose
Consensus.
anything?
And good morning, by the way.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Well, the topic, and Pat, I want you to lead us through. I want to kind of talk about a combination of financial planning and elder law issues, because
Right.
I know those are two areas that you're an expert in.
Thank you.
And we've talked about this expression before, and I thought I would bring it back because it involves and hits on so many different issues. When you talk about, whenever you do a seminar, we always joke about it, but the topic comes up, whenever you ask that question to somebody, the answer is always nothing. I can't afford to lose anything. But when you're investing money, you're taking risk, so you're putting yourself at risk for losing money.
Right. Yeah. And it's funny because, in my opinion, people's risk tolerance in the market is always based on how well the stock market's doing. When the market's up, they're talking to their friends, and the market's up crazy right now, and everybody wants to get on board. They want to get the wave and ride the wave, and everybody's all in. But when the market crashes, people are afraid, and they get the hell out. They jump out of the market, and that's the worst thing to do. They're buying high and selling low. There was more money put into the market in 2007 than there was put into the market in 2009. Think about that. They put in 2007.
Before the crash.
And what happened? The market crashed and the money pulled out in 2009 after the market was down. So now they wait for the market to come back up, and they talk to Jeff and, oh, I'm doing great. So they put back in the market buying high again. And when the next crash happens...
Wait, is he the one who's telling them to buy high?
Well, no, everyone talks. People are bragging, oh, I made X amount of, the market went up this. Oh, okay, I'm finally going to take it out of the savings account that I've had sheltered there because my friend said that they made 27% in the market. I'm going to put it in now.
Right.
Now, at the crest of the
Right.
wave,
Well, we don't know. The answer is we don't know. The problem is this. When you pull out, when the market's down, it'll kill you later. When you spend, when the market's down, it'll kill you later. So if the market crashes, you gotta ride it out. But if you get afraid and you pull it out, that's a big
So if
problem.
the market comes down, don't they say that you're buying, you should always continue to buy because it's called dollar cost
average, and that's absolutely true. So you're buying 20 shares of stock at $5 a share. And the market's, you bought so many shares. Market goes up, you bought 3 shares of stock. When the market crashes, you bought 7 shares of stock. You have more shares of stock for when it goes back up. But when you retire and you're not putting money into it because you're not investing, you're not buying in on a monthly basis, or worse, people don't have pensions anymore and you have to spend now in retirement. If you have that next crash and you're spending, or you get afraid and pull out, it'll kill you later on.
But when
So when you're older and you don't have the time to recover anyway, even if you can stay in. Okay, I'm 79.
Right.
The market crashes. I take a 25% hit in what I have in the market. It's going to take 10 years for the market to come back, and I'll get that 25% back.
Yeah.
The only problem is I'll be dead.
Well, dying's never a problem.
Oh, that's true.
It's everything leading up, and we've had the case this week in the office. Mom literally ran out of money in assisted living. She has zero money. Her Social Security isn't enough to pay it. The only place she can go is the nursing home. She's too healthy for the nursing home. She has to move into one of the kids' houses because
How is it that she can't go to the nursing home? She doesn't have money to pay, so she'd have to go in and
Well,
on
Medicaid says you have to be sick enough to be in a nursing home on Medicaid, and she's just healthy. She's a healthy 91-year-old person with zero money.
So she gets booted from the assisted living.
Yeah, you get evicted and there's no place to go. She's going to move into Brian's basement.
So what happens if somebody doesn't have a place to move into?
Just move into Brian's basement because that's the only
What's
place.
wrong with your basement?
Well, I have
Brian's,
I was
you
worried
have
about
a finished
my mother-in-law.
Brian, wait, you have a finished basement, don't you?
Yeah, but I got a kid that lives in it.
So that's what's so important, though.
Well,
You
send
have
the kid to college.
You have to, when you talk to the families, and it's so funny that, how'd you do in 2008? Oh, I lost 47%. How did it make you feel? Well, it came back. Why did it come back? Because you didn't pull out. Well, you were 55 then, now you're 65. You got required minimum distributions coming up. You want to go on the trip. You want to have fun. You want to help the kids with whatever, presents, things like that. If it's a whole new change. Spending money in retirement is completely different than accumulating money while you're working. It's got to be a different philosophy.
But when you're reaching that retirement, aren't you theoretically, you've been changing the way your investments are structured through over time? I mean, while you're, say, my age, 50 years old, you're in growth. That's what you want to be. But as I get older, I've been told that my investment strategies need to be more
That's true.
conservative.
So they go into bonds. So let's talk about that, right? So bonds right now are designed to be the protected spot. In my opinion, and this is shared, we're in a bond bubble right now. Bonds are based on how well interest rates are. So when interest rates are low, bond values are high. When interest rates go up, bond values crash. So every 1% interest rates go up, bonds can crash 10 to 15%. Where's our interest rates now?
Very low.
They're lowest ever. Where are they going?
Up.
So that protected
So the future
spot,
of the bond market
it's
isn't
gonna
bright.
it's gonna happen. We don't know when, but it's gonna happen. And when that happens, who the heck knows what's gonna happen with the market?
All right, so if bonds are not the protection against equities,
Correct.
what do you do? We're coming up to a break, but what do you do to balance that issue out?
Great. We'll have that. Well, there's ways and plans to do that. So there's plans and strategies that we can talk about.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll kind of hit on that point and then do a case evaluation.
Good.
Is the debt piling up? Struggling to get by?
It's all about preserving future income. Bankruptcy is one option. When it's right, it's the least costly, most effective way to save your home, eliminate a second mortgage, and wipe out credit card debt. But you need to address the problem now.
We help people with bankruptcy. Call the experts.
Worth Ave Gross. Our firm will solve your problem.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP. Carrying too much debt? Resolve your debt. Call Thav Gross.
You don't need to be broke, and you don't need to hit rock bottom. If you have income and you're struggling with debt, dump it. Think about the next 10 or 20 years. If you do what the banks tell you, you'll have nothing to retire with. There is a solution.
Don't waste your future. Call Thav Gross. We're experts at eliminating credit card debt. 888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
A lifetime of hard work. If you don't have the right plan in place, you can lose your home, your savings, and more. And you didn't come this far to lose everything. Samasco Law wants you to know that laws are changing. Today, the average cost of nursing home care is $85,000 a year. With proper planning, we can help protect your life savings and get you the Medicaid and nursing home benefits you deserve.
How much can you afford to lose? Call Samasco Law today.
If you're retired and in a financial crisis, there is a way out.
It pains me when I see a retired couple exhaust their savings by paying credit card bills and for a home hopelessly underwater.
Thav Gross specializes in helping retired people in financial crisis.
You just can't keep paying until you're broke. You need to address the problem now.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
Worth Ave Gross. Our firm will solve your problem.
You can't work. You have to deal with pain and stress. Worse yet, our system for applying for disability benefits seeks to deny you the benefits you're entitled. Jeff Kirschner is an expert in obtaining disability and workers' compensation benefits for his clients. You need to call Jeff before you apply or after you're denied to get the benefits you deserve. 888-235-HELP. 888-235-HELP.
Okay, so the bond market is at a bubble, so even though interest rates are going to go up, that's not going to create the protection for the portfolio.
That's correct.
But equities will go down.
Well, it depends. There's not a direct correlation between, but people get scared, people get worried, they start pulling out, and that's could drive the market down.
So what kind of
Absolutely.
solution is there to that?
Well, there's different options. It's number one, you asset allocation, stocks and bonds. You get mix the stocks and the bonds within a risk strategy that you can handle, or it's called product allocation. You take a certain dollar amount of your portfolio and give it to a company that has a better, can handle the downs. You can insure your portfolio through annuities, fixed annuities, or index annuities, and those are designed to protect the principal 100%. Market crashes, you don't lose anything. Then if the market
what's the basic premise of an index annuity? You get the index's rate of return, but you're protected on losses?
Yeah, so the philosophy with index annuities is one, protect your principal 100%. Two, grow it as fast as you can grow it by using various indexes, but only in the world of preservation. As it grows, they lock in the growth either every year or every 2 years or every 3 years, depending on what strategy you have. So if you have
I hear a lot of people like complain about annuities, but is that more like when you've got elder clients and you've got the portfolio, that need for liquidity is really less because you can project on a fixed basis what their income needs are going to be?
So, so that's the downside of the annuity is that you're not liquid?
Yeah, so that's one of the downsides of them. One of the downsides, one is you don't get all the growth typically. Which is okay, you're giving up some of the growth because you got the protection, and then liquidity is it. The biggest question is, like you said, people complain about them. Why are they complaining, or who's telling them they're bad? And the question that I ask is, Ken,
the guys who want them into the funds,
Ken, what kind of car do you drive?
A Lincoln MX.
If I went to 50 Lincoln dealers, how many times would they talk about a BMW?
Never.
If they did it, they wouldn't have anything good to say about
That's the problem.
They might mention how difficult it is to shift on a DP.
And there's nothing wrong with stocks and bonds. There's nothing wrong with the annuities. There's nothing wrong with bank accounts.
People only talk about what they like.
That's exactly right. But if you're getting the wrong information, people are basic. So if they say go in the market, it's doing great, and we're going to have these mix between the stocks and bonds, and the market crashes, the only answer is you have to ride it out. Well, what if you can't ride it, or you don't want to?
I completely understand that notion that when you're 75, 80, you can't ride it. You can hold, but you can't sustain the loss because you're not going to be around for the recovery.
But mentally you can't sustain it, or you have to literally
or
use it to
you sit there worrying.
it.
If it doesn't recover, I'm like the ant. I'm out of money. If you're out of money, that was what would drive someone in retirement crazy, because of the anxiety of worrying about how am I going to pay my bills next year. You've got to avoid that. Let's take a case study. Sure. Betty and Al. They've got a home, $300,000, free and clear. A car of $20,000, savings of $100,000, an IRA of $200,000. They have total assets of $620,000. No debt. Social Security, $3,000 coming in. They have to take a required minimum distribution on that, or IRA, of $750 a month on the $100,000.
So Betty and Al are over 70 years old.
Yes, $3,750. Betty and Al are in their mid-70s. Their expenses, let's assume, are $2,500 a month. Their net monthly income is $1,250 positive. But now, all of a sudden, one of them has to go into. Al has to go into the nursing home. His health has deteriorated. That nursing home is going to cost $10,000 a month.
Why is it always the guy that has to go into the nursing home?
It's usually the women go in the guys go to the funeral home, women go to the nursing home.
All right, but in this case, Al's going to
make your reservation.
That's an interesting. That makes sense in a lot of respects. The guys have the heart attack and die. All right, so $1,250 they only have $1,250 a month of income, the nursing home is going to cost $10,000. They're $8,750 a month short. If they have $300,000 in savings between the IRA and the savings account, dividing that by $8,750 means that they could sustain themselves for 34 months, and then they'd be broke.
Right.
So that's one of them living in the nursing home.
Well, let's just go with that.
And the other one just getting by.
So with that, we'd get Dad on Medicaid. We'd save all $300,000. We'd save the house. We'd save all the income, and Medicaid would pay the nursing home bill. Medicaid has, it's called the Spousal Impoverishment Act. They don't want to impoverish the spouse at home, so they allow us to protect those assets for the spouse at home. But you got to know the rules.
Yeah,
most people don't know the rules.
Back up a little bit though, because I mean it's a leap and a jump sometimes that we make as lawyers, because we know the outcome that we want for the client, but the client doesn't know what Medicaid even is.
Yeah.
You know what most people know about Medicaid? They hear in the news that Medicaid is being reduced by the government because of the new tax bill. They don't really understand the process. The nursing home, is Medicaid charity? Is Medicaid, what is the process of getting, why are we doing this? We're trying to save their assets.
Yeah, we're protecting our families. Medicare pays hospital bills, Medicaid pays nursing home bills for the population that we're dealing with.
So how long will Medicare pay?
Medicare will only pay up to 100 days for rehab in the nursing home.
So I go into the hospital, I'm older, and they discharge me to a nursing home for rehab.
3 days in the hospital allows Medicaid care and your supplemental insurance to pay up to 100 days of nursing home care, as long as you keep getting rehab.
And if you don't get, they cut you off if you're not getting the rehab.
Right.
But if you're getting the rehab and at your end of the 100 days, now you have a situation of what are you going to do?
Correct.
We're going to take a break, and that's the big question. When we come back, we're going to address that.
Tax problems are major problems. Don't let the IRS levy your wages and seize your assets. There is a solution.
Worth Ave Gross, our firm will solve your problem.
If you're behind on your taxes and owe money to the IRS, call Fav Gross.
We've been solving tax problems for 32 years. We stop wage levies, resolve unfiled returns, and obtain the best possible settlements.
Call Fav Gross today, 888-235-HELP.
A lifetime of hard work. If you're approaching retirement and don't have the right plan in place, you can lose your home, your investments, and your savings. And you didn't come this far to lose everything. Putting a solid strategy in place with Samasco Law legally protects your assets as well as your wishes. Since a will doesn't cover you medically or financially, Samasco Law goes beyond ordinary asset management protection to safeguard everything you have.
How much can you afford to lose? Call Samasco Law today.
If you're retired and in a financial crisis, there is a way out.
It pains me when I see a retired couple exhaust their savings by paying credit card bills and for a home hopelessly underwater.
Fav Gross specializes in helping retired people in financial crisis.
You just can't keep paying until you're broke. You need to address the problem now.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
Worth Ave Gross, our firm will solve your problem.
Time for announcements. I want to remind our viewers, listen to us Tuesdays 11:30 a.m. and Saturdays 7 a.m. for Law and Reality Live on Praise 102.7 FM. Then on Thursdays from 3 to 4 with Cliff Russell for Law and Reality Now on 9:10 a.m. Be sure and sign up for our monthly contest. Free $50 Visa gift card, Law and Reality hat, and copy of my book, Dump Your Debt. Just go on the websites and click on the right spot and you can sign up. We've got seminars coming up on Wednesday, February 21st, 6 to 7:30 p.m. The credit card bills are killing me. It's now in February, and those shopping holiday credit card bills are in the second cycle. They're going to kill you. The seminar is about how to preserve your future income for savings, what's the smartest, most efficient way to get rid of the credit card debt. Sometimes it's bankruptcy, sometimes it's solutions outside of bankruptcy. We're going to have a special segment with Jeff Kirshner covering the basic elements of how to address a disability claim. Attendees get a free copy of my book, Dump Your Debt. Sign up at lawandreality.com, thavgross.com, or do it the old-fashioned way and call 888-235-HELP. Then on Wednesday, February 28th, 6 to 7:30 p.m., we have a seminar. It is called When Your Parent or Spouse Needs the Nursing Home, How to Pay for It. Pat Simasko, our elder law expert, is going to lead us through the steps to qualify for Medicaid. We're going to talk about how to structure your assets and your estate to protect them from Medicaid so that the government is paying the bill for the nursing home rather than coming from your estate. You need to realize that nursing home costs run $8,000 to $12,000 per month. The average stay is 32 months. It will take away all of your available cash. It's about protecting your money if you're widowed or if you're married. Sign up at thavgross.com, lawandreality.com, or call 888-235-HELP. And remember, you can always come in with law as a Law and Reality viewer for a free consultation. Workers' comp issues, disability issues with Jeff Kirshner, elder law issues with Pat Simasko, tax issues with Jenny Lingle, financial issues, estate planning issues with Brian Small, business issues with myself. Just go to the websites and request a consult, or you can always call 888-235-HELP. Also, check out the websites. There's free reports, how to save your home from foreclosure, Retiree's Guide to Social Security, business formations and loans and grants for small businesses in Michigan and the Metro Detroit area. I want to thank our sponsors, Thav Gross, Simasko Law, Jeff Kirshner Law. Now back to the show.
Is the debt piling up? Struggling to get by?
It's all about preserving future income. Bankruptcy is one option. When it's right, it's the least costly, most effective way to save your home, eliminate a second mortgage, and wipe out credit card debt. But you need to address the problem now.
We help people with bankruptcy. Call the experts.
We're Thav Gross. Our firm will solve your problem.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP. You can't work. You have to deal with pain and stress. Worse yet, our system for applying for disability benefits seeks to deny you the benefits you're entitled. Jeff Kirshner is an expert in obtaining disability and workers' compensation benefits for his clients. You need to call Jeff before you apply or after you're denied to get the benefits you deserve. 888-235-HELP. 888-235-HELP. Carrying too much debt? Resolve your debt. Call Thav Gross.
You don't need to be broke, and you don't need to hit rock bottom. If you have income and you're struggling with debt, dump it. Think about the next 10 or 20 years. If you do what the banks tell you, you'll have nothing to retire with. There is a solution.
Don't waste your future. Call Thav Gross. We're experts at eliminating credit card debt. 888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
All right, so we're at the 100 days. Al's in the nursing home. He took full advantage of his rehab with Medicare, but they cut him off. That's
Right,
it. There's no more money to be had.
Right.
So he's got to start paying $10,000 a month?
Yeah, so you reposition the assets to turn it into an income stream for the spouse at home, which you're allowed to do. You turn it into a private pension, and the pension's going to pay mom until she...
You're saying like you've got the $100,000 in savings,
and
you've got the $200,000 IRA.
Right.
That's what you're... What about the house and the
House
car?
is protected, car's protected, $300,000, $100,000 of the $300,000 is protected roughly. So everything over $100,000 you have to turn into an income stream for mom or other strategies, but let's just use this one. It pays mom a monthly check until she passes away. Medicaid doesn't treat it as an asset anymore. Medicaid will pay the nursing home bill as long as dad's in a Medicaid nursing home, and the vast majority of nursing homes are Medicaid nursing homes. So the same bed at $10,000 a month will be whatever dad's income is.
And it's just dad's income, not mom's
Correct.
income. So that annuity for the mom or that income stream for the mom doesn't count towards dad's income?
Correct.
So most would be like $1,000 a month based on those numbers.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
then instead of costing $10,000 a month, it ends up costing you $1,000 a month.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's
so
what
the
we do.
theory is, now let's kind of go back to the beginning.
But
How much can you afford to lose?
okay, so first of all, there's not one person that has on their bucket list, let's go to the nursing home.
question on it.
So that
I
300
have on my bucket list, I'm not going to the nursing home.
In-home care, assisted living care, that's what you want to spend the money on, and that's expensive. So if that 300 grand is all we have, and the assisted living costs $6,500 a month, you're going to be spending that.
Suppose mom needs.
Well, if dad dies, the money has to be protected for mom, and that's a big plan that people never realize. Who's the beneficiary of all of dad's IRAs?
Mom.
Mom. Mom's there to take care of dad at home. If dad dies and all that money goes to mom, is there someone there to take care of mom? Not as well. She may need to go to the nursing home. So you have to disinherit mom. You can't have that IRA in the bank account go to mom because the nursing home will take it. She's a single person at that point.
So you have it go to the kids?
Or you have it go to kids or a special trust that will protect it from the nursing home for mom. So there's plans that you need to do.
Two levels of planning that you need to do each time. You've got to cover the first one that's going into the nursing home, and then you've got to cover the contingency plan for the second spouse.
So the appointment we're having this afternoon, Dad was going to the nursing home, Mom's at home, getting dementia, but we realized Dad's going to die, and we only have maybe a couple weeks left. So we have to switch the beneficiaries around so it doesn't go to Mom if Dad dies. And you don't need to do that within 5 years.
But how much more complicated is it if they both, within 30 days, both have to go to a nursing home?
Well, that's tough. It's funny. Most people never, there's very, 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 very few plans or situations where mom and dad are in the nursing home at the same time. Dad's in the nursing home, mom's in assisted living. Dad's in the nursing home, mom's at home. She might need help, but you don't typically.
Yeah, how often have you been in a nursing home where in a shared room and mom and dad are in the same room?
But the reality is we could get one on Medicaid and the other one would have to be on a private pay.
Here's the big point. It requires planning.
Right.
And it requires fast action at the time you need to do it.
Here's another thing on the financial part of it. Dad watched the market, watched his statements, he watched it, he readjusted, he did everything with working by himself or with his guy, and Dad dies. Now Mom, we go to her, Mom, you got to switch it. And she goes, well, that's the way my husband did it, that's the way I'm going to do it. But the reality is he watched it every second.
Yeah.
She can't watch it or doesn't want to or doesn't.
Mom needs to at least to know Dad was the one making the decisions.
Right.
Now I need someone else to help me.
And right now we're finding it's as many women that were making the decisions, and the dad was the worker. And so it goes both ways, but you really have to watch for that in a financial plan.
Key point is if you're in that situation, whether it's mom and dad or your kids and you're watching out for your parents, you need to plan. You can't just leave the assets where they are. If you do that, you totally blow the Medicaid
So
opportunity.
here's the final question. How much can we afford to lose?
Nothing. Have a great week. We'll be back next week with Law and Reality. Thanks for tuning in.